So the other day I put up a poll asking what the people thought was a better Batman movie. Was it The Dark Knight or was it The Batman? I'm not sure if like in the poll I should have made a distinction because people love to jump around the subject. They're like, oh, this is a better Batman movie, but that is the better movie. Bro, no, all that. We are trying to talk about what is better, right? So yeah, I put out this poll and the people said The Batman is the better movie. But keep in mind, this isn't a poll speaking for the majority, but I thought it would be nice to get some insight on what people in this like kind of corner of YouTube, what they think when it comes to this debate. And to these people in our corner who voted that The Batman is the better film, I'm here to tell you right now that you are wrong. Unfortunately, you are wrong. The Dark Knight is better than The Batman. I will die on this hill. Hear me out now. Obviously, I'm not gonna just say this without trying to sway over these non-believers. So for the next however many minutes, sit back and let's talk about why Matt Reeves is some ass, bro. I'm just kidding. I love you, baby girl. I can't wait for Batman Part 2. Take your time. So first things first, let's talk about what's one of the most important things when it comes to a Batman film or just any Batman adaptation or whatever. And it is the relationship between Bruce Wayne and Batman. You could say dichotomy as well, but that is where we're gonna look at. And let me just say this to start: both movies succeed at what they're trying to do when it comes to this. The Batman is very clearly inspired by Year One and shows us a Batman very early in his career where he is still figuring things out. The Dark Knight has Batman more in the prime of his career, and there is stark inspiration from The Long Halloween and The Killing Joke. These two films have depictions of Bruce that are literally on the opposite sides on the spectrum. One is fully playboy billionaire, and the other one is still quiet, reserved. He still hasn't figured out Bruce Wayne billionaire. They both show Bruce Wayne at different points in his life, and even though in the Batman we see a Bruce Wayne that isn't fully developed, I'll still give the edge here to the Dark Knight. Just because the Batman's interpretation of Bruce Wayne isn't fully developed, it doesn't mean that we should not just see him, right? Fair play though to Matt Reeves for having the title character in most of the film, but we should have gotten some more Bruce Wayne. We should have gotten some more Bruce Wayne budget, bro. Come on. So now look, you compare this to The Dark Knight, right? The Dark Knight has both Bruce Wayne and Batman's lives intersecting with one another throughout the entire film. You never feel like one is being sidelined for the other. But then you look at the Batman, right? And it's mainly Batman being in the film. And it isn't for no reason though, because at this point in Bruce's life, the Batman is kind of all he has. But in terms of representing the dichotomy, as I said, The Dark Knight, it gets it. So Bruce's whole thing in The Dark Knight is for Gotham to move on without him and have Harvey Dent take over as its White Knight. During the film, you can see how bad he wants to have a normal life with Rachel, but the duties of Batman keep pulling him away. You have a clear motivation that drives him throughout this entire film. So we're not even scratching the surface here because we haven't even gone in depth about the other characters in this story. We will go deeper into the story later in this video, but yeah, Dark Knight's version of Bruce clears. The Batman's arc of Bruce finding out that he needs to be Gotham's hope is still really good, but God, bro, The Dark Knight it's just better at showing that relationship. So let's move on to the villains, bro. And you guys already know the answer to this, bro. Heath Ledger put on an all-timer performance and then died. That's my goal right there. I'm sorry, I know that's in bad taste. Rest in peace, my goal. Paul Dano is good as the Riddler, like a terrorist in real life streamer, and it serves the murder mystery detective plot well. But I truly think that this is not a fair comparison. The performances in both of these movies are fantastic, but I think it speaks for itself when the dude died and then won an Oscar from the grave, bro. That is unheard of. Aaron Eckhart as Harvey Dent is genuinely the most underrated casting for a character I have ever seen in my life. This guy does not get enough respect for the masterclass he put on alongside the supporting cast. I don't know how he didn't blow up after The Dark Knight. Literally everybody else got like a significant boost in their career, and this guy just you've never seen him again. Robert Pattinson did give a better performance than Christian Bale as Batman though. I think that's bars, son. There's a lot of subtlety in the way he acts and moves around the scene, and to be honest, he fits Batman so perfectly. I don't know how else to describe it. Like in terms of what they're trying to do, what they're trying to depict. Like, it's good stuff, man. Robert Pattinson is really good. Christian Bale is a way better Bruce Wayne, but good on Robert Pattinson for clearing him on Batman, which is one film. He's literally playing three different characters in the Batman, and he does a really good job at doing it. And I can't even talk about the performances in the Batman without mentioning Colin Farrell, bro. That dude is good. That dude is really good. See, now that I think about it, both of these films have really good acting, bro. My God. I mean, if you think about it, most of Colin's work, it's done in the Penguin, not in the Batman. But even then, it's still a really good performance. But I'd say for like performances wise, I'm gonna lean toward The Dark Knight solely because he won an Oscar and then died, bro. I mean, you switch that around, but I don't know. It's not like they're like neither of them are bad, bro. Like one is just better than the other. That's facts. Okay, so we're gonna go through a bunch of them this time. So in this one bit, we're gonna talk about the cinematography, the score, and the set pieces. Both of these films are S tier in all these categories, bro. So let's start with cinematography. There are so many scenes from both films that you could frame up and put in a museum, bro. They look so good. So some standouts for me are from when in The Dark Knight, Batman is like standing on a rooftop, and then the camera is like slowly coming like around closer to him. That thumbs up. That's good. In the Batman, it's when he like towards the end of the film, he's putting like a civilian on the airlift, and as they're getting lifted up, he looks up. Oh God, that's great shit. I would say that the Batman has better cinematography, bro. It just straight up nails the aesthetic of Gotham and the whole grungy feel. It is like it is consistent throughout the whole film. This whole like noir, like I don't know how else to describe it. It just thumbs up, bro. That's good. Shout out my goat, Greg Fraser. I think that's his name, right? Greg Fraser. If he doesn't come back for the Batman Part 2, I think the movie's cooked. I can't lie. The Dark Knight has some really great moments and scenes. But, bro, Gotham is Chicago. It is literally Chicago. Batman Begins was kind of onto something. Like, I forgot what it was called, bro. It's not coming to me, but I'll put it up on screen. Like, this, it looks really good, but then they dropped it when they got to The Dark Knight. Nolan was like, yeah, f*** it, we'll just go to Chicago. I think the Batman has a better score. Hear me out. Hear me out. In my opinion, at least the Dark Knight has two really memorable tracks. There's that one track where it was like, boop. But you guys know the one, bro. And the Joker's theme. I swear, his theme is literally like it's like some like a jagged piece of glass on like a violin. Like that is different. There are a lot more pieces in that film that are just quite excellent, if I had to say so. But I do think the Batman has more nuanced tracks that kind of help the movie stand out more from its predecessors. The Dark Knight has some epic tracks though, bro. Hans Zimmer was in that motherfucker. Like, yo, let's go. When it comes to set pieces, I think this has to go to The Dark Knight. When you have a director like Nolan doing all this crazy shit, I think you have a winning combo. Like, okay, let's just off the top of my head, all right. The opening bank scene, iconic, all right. Oh, the Hong Kong when he went to Hong Kong and oh yeah, that shit was raw. Oh, the truck flip, the hospital explosion, and then at the end when he goes full detective mode and he uses like the sonar to save the people that the thugs kidnapped. There's so many bangers and they're all fire, bruh. Yo, listen, my favorite set piece, I think my favorite, this and the warehouse fight from Batman vs Superman. The Hong Kong scene in this movie is so raw. It is so good. Like when we're just talking Batman set pieces, those two are both number one, bro. Like they're so good. You have to put into perspective how gangster the Hong Kong was. Like I'm being so serious. In Batman Begins, when Bruce said that he needed Batman to be something like incorruptible and everlasting, he was not playing, bro. This dude flew all the way to Hong Kong, right? He flew into this dude's office, beat up his goons, beat him up, and then brought him back to the States in like 3 minutes. He's too much. So when we think about the Batman, I think the car chase with Penguin, that one is really good. Especially with the way it ends, like it's him walking towards Penguin with a fire. Oof, that's hard, boy. That shit's very good. The Batman's fight choreography, also, it just straight up all over the Nolan trilogy, though. It is shocking. I don't know why Nolan made him fight like that. He's like, ugh. ugh. Like, bro, what? Like, why do you move your arms like that, bro? Just punch him, bro. Like, being Batman can't be that hard, bro. Actually, no. The best set piece in the Batman is when he raids the iceberg lounge. He walks into that motherfucker, starts going, ooh, ooh, ooh. He starts beating people up. That shit, bro. Man, why are all the best set pieces in all these films, like when Batman goes into like an establishment and just starts shit up? Like, think about it, right? Dark Knight, he flies into this dude's office. The Batman, he goes into the club, he starts messing people up. BVS, he goes into the warehouse and just puts on a generational ass whooping, bro. Oh my god. Yo, we need Batman to do that in the DCU. If he doesn't do that, I'm gonna be pissed. Or at least Damian, one of them, bro. Just go in and start shit up. Okay, so now finally we get to the narrative of these films, and oh my god, both of these films are written so well, and this is where like most of the me is. So let's go. Let's start with The Dark Knight. So Bruce, throughout the first half of The Dark Knight, firmly believes in Harvey Dent and what he intends to do for Gotham. Having someone like him as the forefront of incorruptible justice would not only eliminate the need for Batman, but it would allow Bruce Wayne to prosper as a result. Harvey Dent could make Gotham better while staying within the confines of the law. It completely removes the need for Batman to do whatever he does because it's doing illegally. He's not doing all this other extra shit. And you know, Bruce viewed him as the kind of hero that Gotham deserved, that it needed. Unfortunately for Bruce though, literally everything is torn apart by the Joker. Joker fundamentally understands how important Harvey Dent is slowly becoming, and he's plotting to destroy what he stands for. Joker's main goal throughout this whole film was to prove that even the most incorruptible people could be broken down. And he legit succeeds in this by systematically breaking Bruce and Batman's life with the same scheme. Killing Rachel and disfiguring Dent destroys both halves of Bruce Wayne. And then from this point on in the movie, Batman has lost. Like, the only thing he can do is take Joker in, but he's bro, killed a girl and killed the dude you trying to have take over. It's like, come on, bro. His future was taken away from him, and he is unable to just pass on the reins to somebody who could genuinely make Gotham better. So this is just barely scratching the surface. But the last thing about this narrative that I'll mention is that how I just said this, but the Joker basically wins. He tore down everything our characters have been trying to work towards, and by the end of the film, he ends up forcing Batman to take the fall for what Harvey did as Two-Face, and then literally retire for 8 years. This is something I hope Pattinson takes a cue from, because the sheer selflessness of Bale's Batman is just crazy to me, bro. There are several occasions where he purposely does things in service of Gotham to try to make it a better city. Like at the end of Batman Begins, that comes to mind, where he's like, "I'll never say thank you. You'll never have to." Oh god, that's great, bro. I obviously don't think that Pattinson should be in like this specific headspace come the sequel, like to give the reins to somebody else. But what I want to see this character do is further evolve from the understanding he came to at the end of the Batman about Gotham needing something more. I think he will, because clearly that's like the next natural evolution, right? And I think it also invites the opportunity for Dick Grayson to come into the picture. But bro, this is the best character arc for Batman that's been put to screen, and I will stand on that. Having him learn that he just can't neglect Bruce Wayne and that he needs to be something more than just vengeance, it's just so, bro, it's just it's just so good. One of my favorite moments in the film, is also one of the more important ones, is when that Riddler goon that he's just wailing on, when he's done doing that, he says to Batman that I'm vengeance. And then at this point, he was already like obviously like building up to this point, but he kind of realizes now that like his method of swearing vengeance on Gotham's criminals has been turned against him to justify terror on its civilians, right? Because this is when they're all forced into the building, the stadium, and then the Riddler start attacking. It is crazy. And then when you couple this with the flood that just literally ruins Gotham, it forces Batman to evolve into something more than he was. He can't just be vengeance, when there are people who need something to look at. They need a symbol that stands for something more than vengeance. They need hope. Dog, this is peak literature, or not. I'm not even sure if literature is the right word, or like peak fiction, bro. This is great. This is so good. Like both. Oh my god. Like talking about both of these movies, bro. Oh my goodness. The whole character of Batman and Bruce Wayne, and just like all this God, It is good shit. This is gold. See, I understand why Batman is so like just yes, because this is good, bro. I think the conclusion that we can come to is that both of these movies are peak as I know some of you might think that's cheap, and I know I was kind of egging it on earlier talking about The Dark Knight is better, but just laying it out like this has made me come to the realization that both of these films just they are so good at what they set out to do. So it's kind of hard to say like, I mean, it's not hard. You can say like one is better than the other, and you know we all have our biases, bro. Objectively, it's so hard to say, bro. Holy so yeah, bro, I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me talking about these films, and please be sure to comment down below like how you personally feel about these films and my takes on them. Hey, by the way, stay tuned for this week because Superman is finally dropping, bro. Oh my god, I cannot wait for this shit. So expect a video on that. So that being said, you guys take it easy, and I'll see you then.